All right, man, as y'all can see, we are at the tennis court. And the reason being, man, I was on the way home and I really wanted to stop and make this video for you guys because it's something that's been on my heart. And y'all know, man, I want to share everything with y'all so we can all grow and improve together. When it comes to this whole journey of getting your training together, getting your nutrition together, getting your mindset in check, getting your habits in check, this whole thing is way deeper than having a six-pack or just losing a little bit of weight, right? It's about becoming the man that you're supposed to be, becoming the man that God called you to be, becoming that alpha male that deep down inside you know you can be, right? It's about building a level of unbreakable confidence no matter where you go. Like, you should be able to walk in any room and feel confident. You should be able to take your shirt off anywhere and not feel self-conscious. Like, you should love what you see when you take your shirt off. That's what this whole thing is about. It's about mastering yourself. And that's the problem that I see with a lot of guys why they fall off is because they don't have that why. They don't have that purpose when it comes to their journey or their self-improvement journey, their fitness journey. There is no why, there is no purpose, right? And if you don't have that why solidified, that purpose solidified, you will always fall off 10 out of 10 times, right? Because most times when you don't have a why or you don't have a purpose, you rely on motivation. And motivation is fleeting. I cannot stress that enough. Motivation is fleeting. It's here and it's not. It's here and it's not. So when that motivation meter or that motivation runs out, right, you don't have anything to rely on, nothing to fall back on. So you give up. And that's the problem I had for a while. Like, I would set these goals with no intent, no why, no purpose. And like that first week, I would be extra motivated. I'm dialed in, I'm locked in, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. But when I got sore, I didn't feel like going to the gym. That's when things got hard. I would fall off. When I had cravings to go eat BS and not stick to the meal plan or stick to the meal guide, I would fall off, right? When I was around people that were doing BS and I knew I had my goals, but when I didn't feel that extra motivation, I would fall off. And I'm telling you, man, like, for so long, I would be in that cycle of falling off. Like, I had visions and dreams of doing a bodybuilding show at 20 years old. 20 years old, man. I was young, big ambitions. I was like, man, I want to do this bodybuilding show. It's going to be great. I want to see what the highest version of myself would look like. And I looked up at 30 years old. I didn't do my bodybuilding show till 30. I looked up at 30 years old with 2 kids, and that's when I decided to do my show. Because I kept telling myself tomorrow. Every day I would tell myself, I'll start it tomorrow. Next week, I'll do it next month. And I kept doing that for 10 years, and it never felt like it. It never felt like it. It never does for a lot of people. You don't realize how much time passes by when you keep telling yourself tomorrow, right? Time waits for no man. Time waits for no man. Like, you will BS your entire life away if you keep telling yourself tomorrow and you keep waiting. You'll BS your entire life away. And I know because I've seen family members pass away because they never took steps and they never took initiative on dialing in on this whole thing, on becoming the highest version of themselves. Not just working out to lose weight, it's about becoming the highest version of yourself. They never took the time, right? I have family that can't live a quality life because they never took the steps, they never took initiative, and it was too late for them to start, right? And I'm saying this, man, because I genuinely care and I love y'all, man, and I really want y'all to improve and become the highest version of yourself, to avoid health issues, to love what you see in the mirror, to have that level of unbreakable confidence where you can accomplish anything. Like, now, man, I'm so confident, it doesn't even make sense. I'm confident, bro, because I believe in me, I trust in me. At 20 years old, bro, I had no confidence at all. Like, I couldn't even be in a restaurant and order off the menu without stuttering and getting nervous because I had no confidence. And it's because I never put the pieces together to see what my best was like. So I'm telling you, man, like, don't wait. Why wait till tomorrow when you can do this whole thing today? You can do it today. And start small, man. Start small. Pick one thing or two things and establish a routine that you knock out every single day to make sure that you're improving in the areas of your life that you want to improve in every single day. Start small. You will improve, right? And when you start this whole thing, it won't be perfect. Like you'll have days where you oversleep, you'll have days where you miss, you'll have days where you mess up. But that's a part of the journey. You keep showing up with intent. You keep showing up with intent. And whatever goals that you set in place, they will happen, right? They have no choice but to happen if we keep showing up and we keep making progress. I always tell people, man, I'm like, if the goal is here and you're here, if you keep getting better every day, at some point you hit a crossroad where you accomplish that goal. Then it's time to set new goals. And you keep doing the same thing, man. It's a huge process until eventually you look up and you're proud of what you see in the mirror. You're proud of the habits that you instilled in your family. You're proud of that. So don't look at it as, oh man, I just want to lose some weight. I just want to drop some body fat. It's like, no, if your goal is to lose or to be 10% body fat, your goal should be, I want to be 10% body fat so that the people that follow me, they can see what self-care and self-love looks like. They can see what instilling good habits looks like. Because eventually, at some point, man, you won't be here. You won't be here. And the people that follow you or the people that copy what you do, they'll only have your habits to rely on. And the reason I say this, man, I remember driving home one night. I just had my daughter. And I remember driving home one night after a late night of work, man. It was really late. And I remember I fell asleep and I veered off the road. And I remember, man, I hit a cement pole, bro. I was going at least like 40, 50 miles per hour. Hit the cement pole, the airbags didn't deploy. And I remember waking up and being like, wow, that really could have been it. Right then and there, that really could have been that. And I look at like the habits at the time in my life. When I had my daughter, man, I was smoking every day. I was drinking all the time, hanging out with BS people that weren't going nowhere. I kept telling myself that I would improve and start this whole thing tomorrow, next week, and it never happened. And I remember in that moment waking up and being like, wow, that really could have been it. And like the foundation that I had left for my family was poor. It was extremely poor. It was trash. I would have led them to destruction, to straight destruction. The way I was eating, the way I was taking care of myself, my mindset, all of those things were trash, and that's what they would have inherited had that been my last day on this earth, right? So I'm telling you, man, like even now, my 5-year-old daughter, she doesn't eat too much junk food at 5 because daddy doesn't do it. Not because, it's because daddy doesn't do it. Not because he doesn't want to. Daddy doesn't eat junk food. It's unhealthy. That's what she said, daddy, it's unhealthy. I don't want to eat junk food. She already has a routine. She does squats when I do squats because she sees daddy do it. So you can only imagine when she gets older, those habits will stick with her for the rest of her life because she saw daddy do it. Not daddy, I didn't say, baby, you need to take care of your health, you need to do your squats, you need to make sure that you training and eating right because this matters for your health. No, bro, she sees it. She sees it, right? And I always say, man, like your family will follow what you do way more than what you say. You could talk all day. You could talk all day long, right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because at some point, I'm looking at your actions. And I want to see if those actions match up with those words, right? Actions have to match up with the words, man. I'm telling you, like your habits are everything. Like, and I'm still improving, man. I'm improving every single day. I'm getting better every single day. But I made leaps and bounds in progress once I established a why, once I established a reason why I was doing this whole thing. And then once I just instilled good habits and I consistently showed up and just kept putting forth the effort, kept showing up with intent every single day. And that's where the progress came with physique. That's where the progress came with mindset. That's where the progress came with like self-development and growth. It was that. It was that. It was setting a why, setting an intention, and then having a routine in place to make sure it matches that why and showing up every single day and not taking no for an answer and becoming the man that I want to be. Like, don't take no for an answer. Why would you take no for an answer? God called you to be this alpha male. God called you to be great. He made you special. The Bible says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. The Bible says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. You great, man. You're a one-on-one. So don't downplay that. Don't neglect yourself when you have all this potential. And we all do, man. We all have that potential to be that alpha male and to be great and to be the man that we want to be. It's like if you have that conviction deep down inside, you know you're supposed to be that male. You don't have those feelings and that conviction for no reason. And that's so true, man. That's so true. Establish that why and make sure it's strong. Make sure it's strong. Even if you don't have like a family or people to instill good habits in, for you at some point you should want to become the highest version of yourself. You should want to become the highest version of yourself because you deserve it. You deserve to become the highest version of yourself. That's what this whole thing is about. So man, it's deeper than I want abs, I want a six pack, I want to lose a little bit of weight. It's way deeper than that, man. It's way deeper than that. If you want to stay on track and you want to stay consistent, establish that why, establish that purpose. Because when you don't have the motivation, that's what you can rely on. That's what you can fall back on. On days where, man, I don't feel like going to the gym every day. I don't feel like doing a morning routine every day. Not every day. No, but I know it's people counting on me, man. I know it's people counting on me, and the things that I'm doing now will lead them to their future as well as my future. So it don't matter what I feel like. And that's what I had to do, man. I had to get out of the habit of doing what I felt like, man, because doing what I felt like will always get me average. It would always get me last place. I was never making progress in my life. I was never improving. I was never getting better because I kept doing things when I felt like it. You have to develop a level of self-discipline to where you understand that the temporary discomfort in situations like not wanting to eat the things that we need to eat to grow, or not necessarily wanting to go to the gym because we may be sore, or not necessarily wanting to go to the gym because we had a long day. I know if I always relied on feelings, I would never grow. Like if you always rely on feelings, you will never truly grow. You will never be the best version of yourself, man. So like next time when it comes to not feeling like doing something, think about the benefits. Think about the benefits. Think about becoming the highest version of yourself. Think about establishing that confidence. Think about being able to walk in the room and loving what you see. Think about being able to drop your kids off with confidence, or taking your kids to the pool and taking your shirt off and not feeling self-conscious. Think about those things when you think about not doing what you feel like. Like I said, man, like that the benefits will always outweigh temporary discomfort. And I understand that now. It took me 10 years, but I understand that now. It's like now, bro, I'm in the best shape I have ever been in my life at 30. And mind you, I played college sports. I trained hard for periods of time, but I've never been in this good a shape because now I have a why. I have a reason, and that why and that reason will carry me over that hump of dealing with emotions or dealing with what I felt like, right? Because this whole thing is possible. It's possible for everybody. I did this whole thing with 2 kids working full time. So I'm telling you, man, if I could do it, you could do it. Like I said, man, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are a one-of-one. God handcrafted you to be great. But it's up to you for you to take the initiative and to take the steps to fulfill that purpose. If you do struggle, start small. Start small, keep showing up. Just keep showing up. Keep putting days together, keep showing up. Because I'm telling you, man, you will reach that goal, you will be successful. It won't happen overnight, but don't think about that. Don't think about the time. Don't think about how hard it is. Don't think about being frustrated. Just keep showing up and win the day. I always say, man, win the day. Win the day. Focus on the day. Win the day. You win the day, you win the week. You win the weeks, you win the months. You win the months, you win the years, and you just keep winning. you keep winning. You have a life full of winning. And I just wanted to share this message because I love y'all, man, and I care about y'all, and I all want us to grow and become the best version of yourself. Take this message, man, apply it, and you will grow, you will be successful.